that is. Should we?
We've got another one to touch on, and I really like this one. It's very much.
Is this your
we
favourite
spoke about this the other day.
This is a little bit controversial. I'm wondering whether I should apologise for it. But I don't think I'm going to apologise. What I'm just going to try and do here is make a case. Okay, that this is a meme. It's
very ancestral and very historical, genetic, evolutionary. It combines all those elements. I think it's very important that.
Yeah, I think it is. Now there are patterns here. There are patterns here, and to some people they may not appear obvious at first glance. Pardon the pun. But you see in the top here, we've got the wolf, the falcon, the lion, and the human, which have forward-facing eyes. So why would they have evolved this way? Why do they not need the peripheral vision that the hunted
need? Four at the bottom.
The bottom. Yeah. Because they have to have line of sight to their prey. They don't have to worry necessarily about what's coming around the back, because they're top of the food chain. Yeah, how did we as humans prevail the way we prevailed? We certainly didn't do it by having peripheral vision and not being able to hunt. We grew our brains primarily by eating almost exclusively meat for almost all of the history of the human species in our modern form for 250 to 350,000 years, but also if you look at our lineage for millions of years before that, essentially we evolved to become obligate hyper-carnivores. So we can consume vegetation, and for some periods of times we did. Those were always fallback foods. Yeah, so the deep nutrition lies within animal products. The large ruminant animals that we've hunted for hundreds of thousands of years, that hasn't changed today. If you look at if you look at what we've eaten within the context of our anthropologic history, the last 8,000 years where agriculture was available only forms a very tiny percentage of that human history. And you look any further back, really, what did we rely on? We hunted in groups. We used spears, to hunt large ruminant animals, and that provided us with the maximum nutrition for our input. So if you think about inputs and outputs, that's where we were at. That's how we grew these brains. And we are apex predators. There is no way of getting around it. And I think that the fact that we can somewhat digest some plants that we find on the supermarket shelves, which have been bred that way actually to be as least toxic as possible to the human system. And typically you have to ferment or cook them to detoxify them further and allow any access to that nutrition. And if you ultimately went out into nature and started consuming plants, how far would you get without ending up in hospital or dead? You wouldn't get very far at all. But as far as eating animals is concerned, you digest them all nose to tail perfectly well, unless you come across a poison frog or something else that's bright coloured and it's probably signalling to you, don't eat me.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's the acid level of our stomach as well is another sign for that, because we're on a similar level to a vulture. Yeah. Meaning that's why we can eat meat raw. You know, most people think raw meat's so dangerous for you. Yeah. It's only if it's contaminated it's dangerous. We can eat raw meat and our stomachs are fine. We're the same as vultures and other things like that.
Or hyenas, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.